I'll get in touch with you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Fairfield County Council meeting on this day, Monday, March the 9th, 2026. At this time, we will pledge allegiance to the flag. Now we have approval of the agenda. Got to get a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda. Make a motion to amend the agenda as follows: to move item 17, executive session, to before item 12A, capital project sales tax commission appointments.
Can I get a second?
So moved.
Okay, the motion is second that we move item 17 before, which is executive session, before 12A. Any questions?
Just one question. So we'll have the executive session before?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Prepared to vote? All in favor? Opposed? Let the record show 6-0. Okay.
You want to make a motion as amended?
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the amended agenda?
Seconded.
Okay, the motion is second. Question. Prepared to vote? All in favor? Let the record show 6-0. At this time, I'd like to address the council. In our bylaws, it states that if you're not going to be present at one of the meetings, that you would notify the clerk of council or myself. It's not the administrator's duty to notify us that you're not coming. So from now on, if you would, please notify one of us that you're not going to be here. If I could ask Chairman, Vice Chair Bill to do prayer for us, please.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the glorious weather that you've blessed us with. Bless us, Father, with clear minds, understanding, and the will to do the people's will. These and all blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Bell, for that short note. Now we get the approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
The motion is second that we approve the minutes. Any questions? Prepared to vote? All in favor? Let the record show 6-0. Now we're down to public presentation, EMS briefing. Mr. Carpenter.
Mr. Chair, members of council, I'd like to introduce Mr. Patrick Deneen, who is our Deputy Chief of Clinical Services for our county EMS system. As you know, we have an exceptional EMS system, and some of the programs and things they've been doing were of such nature that I felt it was important that the council hears it and our community hears it. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Deneen. Thank you.
Good evening, members of council and county administration. So my name is Patrick Deneen. I am the Deputy Chief of Clinical Services for Fairfield County EMS. I came here today just to kind of give you guys a quick briefing on the education that we have been providing to our providers, to the community, and to the agencies that we work with. You guys have been provided with an information packet that kind of goes a little bit more into detail of what we are doing. So if there are any questions, please don't hesitate. But I just kind of want to take a few moments to go over some of our biggest accomplishments over the past year and what we are working towards. So firstly, we do make sure that our providers are getting the education that they need. They're accomplishing about 40 to 50 hours of continuing education over the past year, which is well above the national average, which is fantastic. But these trainings have covered a wide range from their own mental health and awareness to up to probably the most severe emergencies in cardiac resuscitation and trauma emergencies. But our goal is simple. When someone calls Fairfield County EMS, that our providers are set and prepared for whatever is to come. One of our proudest accomplishments within the past year was in December 2025, we became the first EMS agency to get all of our personnel certified in the neonatal resuscitation program. Essentially what this is that all of our providers have received specialized training to assure that they are there and prepared to treat our most vulnerable patients in the county, which are the neonates. And we got this initiative done through a foundation called the NeoHero Foundation. They came provide the training, and this is an agency that we continue to work with in the coming years to assure that this education remains prevalent to us and accessible. In addition to training our own personnel, we also do assist with training with the fire department. We do train their EMRs as well. Within the past year, we got 10 new EMRs, and we maintain continuing education for their EMRs as well. If what EMR is, essentially they're the ones that go out and first respond and are able to stabilize and assist the patient in lieu of EMS while EMS is en route. The care they've been providing has been fantastic, and the education they provide, it's about 16 hours every year to up to 32 hours biannually to keep their certification. Also, we have worked with Winsboro Public Safety for this as well. We have worked with Sheriff's Office to assure that they also are getting education, and we have helped them with a combat lifesaver class to assure that they are able to help in the highest stressful situations in their job. And then lastly, I do want to also address that our public education side, we do offer CPR certifications at no cost to the county, to civilians. That could be churches, that could be businesses. If someone wants to plan a class, if it's in Fairfield County, we'll make it happen. We have certified 200 people within the past year. And it does make me proud to say that I do believe that training to the public has helped with our cardiac arrest numbers and returning pulses, which is about 29%, which is the high end of the national average. 24 to 30% is typical for returning pulses in a cardiac emergency, and we're sitting right at 29 within calendar year 2025. But this program empowers citizens to begin life-saving care before EMS arrive, which plays a critical role in that type of emergency. The last thing I do want to highlight, which is one of my proudest accomplishments, is that we have been able to get EMT class back in Fairfield County. That class is being hosted at the Quick Jobs building. It's been over 5 years since an EMT class has been in this community, and now we have brought it back here to make it accessible to the community if they desire to get into that field. What this area is known as EMS Education Desert. So your nearest accessible EMS education is down in Columbia or up in York. Both ways, you're looking about an hour to get that education. Now, right here in the community, right at home, we do have EMT classes that are going to be available. The first one's currently going on right now. We're about 4 or 5 weeks in the class, and we do have a second one getting ready to go in September. 13 class members in the class right now, and they're all looking to graduate in May. So that would be 13 more EMTs into the EMS field, which is an astounding number, and there's continued interest for the EMT class that's going to start in September. But ultimately, we wouldn't be able to do this without y'all's support. The support you guys provide EMS, we cannot thank y'all enough for it. to be able to continue to grow our EMS education the way we have has been remarkable in the past year since I stepped into my role in December of 2024. And I still have a long way to go, and I still have a lot more I want to do. But ultimately, I would like to also invite y'all to the EMT graduation ceremony. We are holding it on May 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Quick Jobs building. Again, there are 13 members of the class right now. I do anticipate all of them to graduate, and it just be a brief ceremony, just to celebrate their accomplishment, family, leadership in the community. So at that time, if you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy to take them.
Mr. Roof.
I don't have a question, I'll just comment. I just want to appreciate what y'all do for the county. I appreciate you and all the employees, plus all our other first responders. We're just grateful for the work y'all do and the safety and the assistance y'all provide us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Cobach.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Also, thank you very much for the entire staff and what you all do. We're just curious, where is the EMT training conducted?
The EMT training is going to be conducted in room 123, Midlands Tech Fairfield campus at the Quick Jobs building. And it's every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Very good. And you mentioned dealing with heart attacks. What about strokes? How is your department, equipped to deal with stroke patients?
Of course,
Someone
yeah.
who's suffering a stroke.
Yeah, so actually, I just went through a training, it's called ASLS, Advanced Stroke Life Support. So right now I'm working with the Department of Public Health to be able to make me an instructor to certify me that into a class that will allow me to teach those the algorithm for stroke management. Right now we do train and practice on these types of emergencies. We actually do have a training scheduled next month with Meducare 3 to help us get a refresher on that type of algorithm. So stroke care is one of our big key performance indicators to make sure that we are managing those and identifying those quickly and promptly.
Sir, I'd like to thank you once again for what you do and what you do for Fairfield County. You mentioned that y'all do the EMT class.
Yeah.
And how many is from Winsboro that actually, out of the majority of the class, how many?
Yeah, no, I will say at least half of them are in the community. 5 of them are firefighters with Fairfield County Fire Service. I do know about 2 or 3 of them do live in the community. There is some that do commute for class because it is a partnership with the college, so it is a college class. We partner with the college and we do provide a lot of support to assure that there is a pipeline and continued interest. So I do wind up using ambulances to be able to better educate them, which is something normally that the college doesn't do, but that's just kind of part of the partnership with the role I play as the lead instructor and a deputy chief.
So we're getting good people from the community also
Oh,
signing up. Okay.
Yeah, very strong interest from the community in this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And you say the next class is in September?
Yeah, next class would start in September. There are numerous routes you could just go ahead and register yourself. Midlands Tech does offer the Quick Job Scholarship as well, so that would help with funding to get into the class. And then if there's people that maybe don't want to go into EMS, but they want to get CPR certified, that's another route that we just offer straight through the service. So they can reach out to me. I know Gene has posted my number for that as well on the Facebook page, so the community is more than willing to reach out to me so we can get those types of classes scheduled or get them into a class.
Anyone else? Thank you. We appreciate your service.
And Mr. Chairman,
I'm sorry.
No, so I would just like to highlight a point that Mr. Deneen alluded to. Having 5 firemen in the EMT program, what you're seeing is the 2 agencies working together to the point of getting firemen certified in EMTs so that if they're first on the scene, they can start providing that necessary care before an EMS unit would get there. That doesn't happen everywhere. So the fact that our fire service and EMS service are working together like that is another testimony to the men and women over there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for your time.
All right. Now we're down to public comment session. Dr. Roberts, you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of council. Jeff Schaefer.
Good evening, council. Been a while. I'm trying to get my words here properly spoken so that no one gets insulted that I don't really want to insult. So I won't insult anyone. I'll just tell you something. I think the problem has been, by the way, the gentleman who just came up here, where is he? Took off already. Well, I wanted to thank him as well. However, I was going to ask him a question that you folks did not ask. How quickly can he get to you if you're having a heart attack? How quickly can he get to save Dan Ruff, or you, or me? They can't. They're not located strategically enough to get to us. They have the equipment, they have the knowledge, they have all that good stuff, but they can't get to us. Why is that? I've asked that question 20 times. Got an answer? Okay. So this is part of why I don't want to come to the meetings anymore, because it's a one-way conversation. You hear me moan and use my sarcastic wit, and then I sit down, and nothing gets accomplished. It's a one-way conversation. That's not a meeting. That's a one-way conversation, which is kind of ridiculous. You know the problems. Your job is to solve those problems. You haven't been doing that. You're not doing that. We bring them up to your attention. We tell you what the problem is, and the problems linger on. I have said innumerous times, stop wasting your money and your time on 50 different things. Just get us a good police department, EMS, fire department. When you have that problem solved, we can move on to other things. But you haven't solved that problem. And from where I can sit, I don't see you doing that. We need to pay attention to what the citizens want. You guys were elected to do a job. In the real world, we could fire you. But once you're elected, we can't fire you. We have to wait till the next election period and get rid of you, which is what we'll do. But that's kind of sad. You had a job to do. You should have done it. You're not doing it. And the people at home watching this, I don't know what you could do about it, but you can write them a letter, send them an email, complain about it, see if that works any better. I doubt that it will. Everybody looks like they're listening, but you know, I tell the kids at my classes, I have deaf dogs. The best deaf dog listens better than most people hear, because hearing and listening is not important. Paying attention is really important. If you could pay attention, then what people say, what you hear, will get in their head and be done. Okay, I'm going to end on a nice note. Good night. Thank you.
No one else signed up to speak, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Now we're down to public hearing. None. Ordinance, resolutions, and orders. Dr. Robert.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2026-02, a resolution by Fairfield County Council to amend the Fairfield County Procurement Manual and adopt policies and procedures pertaining to county surplus property.
Okay. Mr. Carter. Yep.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of council. Our manual was last updated in 2022. What this does is just brings us compliance, first of all, with state law, and also sets out a process that allows the council to choose different methods of unloading surplus property. So this just kind of clarifies in our policy so that you have the ability to pursue options if you so choose.
Do we need to make a motion on?
So moved.
Okay, the motion is second. That we follow the resolution of 2025-2. Any questions? 2026, I'm sorry. Any questions? Prepared to vote? All in favor? Opposes? Let the record show 6-0. Boards and commission minutes, disability and special needs on 6/20s, 8/15, 9/19, 25, 10/17, 25, 11/21, 25, 12/19, 25, and 1/16, 26. Can we get a motion? Just for information. Okay. All right. Board and commission appointments, none. Now is where we had our amendment. Can I get a motion to go into executive session? Motion second to go into executive session. Question? Prepared to vote, all in favor? Let the record show 6-0. We are now in executive session.
He's supposed to
You get there before they get. And you're around the whole lake. And when you get there, I got to have that. I have to fill this window. And one of them, it's just, I don't understand. So I told Vic about a month ago, why don't you get the firemen and everything else and let's all get together and let them learn the first day of class so that anyone can show up. You just told me one little thing. Small. I told you before. I'm not looking for credit. I make care. I want things to be done right. If your brain doesn't work as well as mine, that's okay. Because my brain doesn't work that well. Yeah, you know. But my mouth works well. So when I get my foot out of my mouth, I can explain. Why didn't they tell this young man who came up here now, the AMS guy, why don't you publicize the meetings on the billboard we have all over? That I also told them about, which the purpose was to tell people about meetings and inform the county of what's going on. Like now we have this, we have that. Not doing fundraising, but we're renting it out. We lost our money. $12 million. It was supposed to be $25 for a day of like a few seconds at a time. It's $100. It's not the county. The county is. That's the company who walked, which we saw, which we gets. That's a nice way of saying not too small. I did not know that. You see, when I hide, everything goes away. What did they tell you? Who's your person in the district? 6. Oh, okay. All right. He's a good guy. Okay. So this man, Clarence Gilbert, and the parrot next to him, they need to go home. I used to be very friendly with both of them. They both know me really well. And I've told them, go home. You're wasting everybody's time. You don't belong in that position. Matter of fact, they should hire me. I'll fire everybody and everything done. Trust me. Trust me. If you don't think I can get things done in a week, it takes them 2 years to figure out. Yeah, so they. What is your name? What's that? No, I'm in District 4. I'm at the Carl. No, I'm in Carl. No, Peggy's close by. She's on board with everything. She's on board. So she's a good person. This week out and try to get something done. And those two just shoot it. They need to go. That's what he should be doing. Spinning disc. They're playing lawnmower now. That's what he's good at. Peggy's good. Does she live in the county? What's her name? Don't worry, I ain't gonna go for it. delicious. It's in the farm. They live in Blackstone. They live in Blackstone.
You come in the farmer's market, and notice we had blueberries all year last year. We had 30 people selling blueberries last year.
Yeah, but she's got a nice big, she's got a farm. She's got a orchard.
Yeah, she was one of the blueberries. I know I have it at home, but I don't have it on my phone.
Good. So when you get home, make sure that you send it to me. Because I'm trying, I have a number, but I have Ivy's number, her husband. They changed the numbers, but put it
And you say it's in
Blackstone.
Blackstone? I'm sure it is.
It's a little farm. They have a big 300 acre, 1,500 acre farm. They've been here generations.
I like live, fresh.
Yeah, we're a farmer's market. We used to be the farmer's market. This year we're on the farmers. So we'll be back to the farmers.
So y'all need a central location.
Why do they have to get it? They have a building here.
It has our local meeting in there, but it's on the list. They've been trying to shut us down.
They're in White Oak. They're in White Oak area. This is, you know Michael Levy Lionheart? I don't know that I was in, it's not working.
And I'll get it to you. I have it.
Yeah, there are a bunch of people who moved to the farm, but now they're gonna close that building up. So now you have to go to different locations. That's crazy.
But we have produce, we have meats, we have our houses, everything.
And they have popcorn. You walk around.
So did you say like, Ridgeway, like Caesar Hay?
We talked to Ricky about setting up in the parking lot there. We need to vet locations for the next year. And they want to try to get 40 business license for it to be there. Well, we only do it once a year.
What's the purpose of it?
Yeah, my brothers are okay. They're just not, they don't make enough money to uncomplicate the licenses.
Then you gotta bring a tent and a whole.
We are going to rent tables, so we'll bring some that people can rent if they want to, so we can be able to help.
It's big, because I live right on 21 Street. And there's a lot of, like, locations. Just sit up and have
But it's outdoors. What do they do when it rains? They got a building, it's raining.
But y'all, what do you have, like a tent?
Well, they have to bring their own tent. Like I said, the building we're in, we need to have all this. They just send me our stuff, so, and we try to very little in the market. We check all the community and insurance.
sure Greg Gainey would be happy to take $25.
Hey, we got the same ritual, it's right there before we get to the roof.
Oh, no, it's,
And they moved the truck.
Eddie said I could basically drive up to the parking lot and touch the backyard.
It's not, yes, that's what it is.
Well, but in Jenkins, we use the office in the back. In this one, they actually use the bays. So you can use all the bays in the fire department for a day to close. You can use all the bays in the fire department. It's a community relationship.
you see what happens when a couple of people put their heads together? They start complaining, and that's, things don't change. Because it's in that room. Yeah, but you see this room, and we'll tell them, sure, they say, we'll walk out the trip. I'm not wearing shorts. Don't forget to give me courage. Okay. Oh, how nice. Look at that. You just have to work in the office with the assistants, not nice people. Sorry to say that to you. Who's the circuit judge? The H. Who's the circuit judge? And when it comes to this district, is he with you? What's his name? He lives out of here, right? Please. He's a jackass. He is a definite jackass. He doesn't want to do his job. He's just looking for the paycheck. A lot of people want to $15,000 a year to sit there. Once a month. That's Oh, definitely. So Clarence and Doug put in their expenses for the last hotel thing they all went to. 500, 640 or 640. What did they do? Everybody just didn't. And why did they spend so much? They're special. You pay taxes. Right, you work hard. So you know the difference between people that think and don't think. They're still sleeping. But if you have X amount of dollars and you want your wants met, I want this, you'll do. You know they're not gonna come and save you. Isn't it the problem who's safe here? It's all handled. Of course, because people then had great penmanship, so we could all read it. Today, I go to school, I teach class, I have a nonprofit. I go to school and teach young kids how to read. I say, don't get taught how many people by their friends. No, forget that I don't write it. They could probably print it. They print like this. I said, you know, when you write something, it should be like, you know, stand up. Put your chest out. What's your name? Beautiful. Calligraphy. But we don't teach that. Yeah, because that's not only art. That everybody wrote like that. Everyone had penmanship like that back in the day, or close to it. Or everyone can read what you see in script. What they call it now? Cursive. If you don't have a watch that tells you what time it is, like, they don't know how to, they can't look at the clock. They can't open it.
Nope. Oh, it's like when you drive, you know, or the back, look back. They can get careful.
That's the truth. Look, I got my boys are 11 to 15. Got class I start out with 5 years, but they told me they don't, no one speaks to them. No one tells these young boys how to behave. So that's what all my conversation was. How many boys hit a girl? And then I see one kid smile, the other kid says, big shot. How about if I hit you? Why would you hit a girl? You're boys, you're going to become a man. Don't you know that's the wrong thing to do?
Yeah.
Leave. And one of my kids said, he lived in Georgia and moved here. What do you do when a woman takes up a gun to you? Get the hell out of that. And she takes a gun. I said, you live in the wrong neighborhood.
Oh, don't talk about it.
That's terrible. Then I said to him, how long do you have to take two? I said, so what do you have that you're going to forever? I'm waiting. What do you own that you're having forever? Nothing. And if you're smart, you'll never have a tattoo. Ask people who have tattoos in 30 years old, 50. They've had it for 20 years. When I was in the Navy, we had a break. The drill instructor said to a bunch of guys, who wants to get a tattoo? Yeah, let's go. Got that anchors away, and they took a shot of him, a battleship on his chest. I will never forget this. I looked at that thing and I said, your ship is sinking. Just when he put it on, he was built. Now he's older. Shit. He said, your ship's sunk. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And he realized that there's certain things, if you're not told when you're young, you know, you follow everybody. There's a reason why you don't do this. So one kid came in the mark on his hand. So did you get that? No. Then why are you doing it? I have to remember something. What do you do? So you look in the mirror, you'll see it for sure. Don't forget. And you'll know everybody's looking at you after you big success because adults can't do it.
2 days we show up for work on time, at least 2 days in a row.
You're gonna get a raise. It's a bar, isn't it?
One of my sons is like, "Hey, you can get anybody for work. I need base price. It's $20 an hour."
The COVID's not here anymore. They still have that mentality. Well, I don't know how they're surviving because the government will keep sending checks in. It's just not gonna work forever. They're smart. But these are good kids. I doubt it. Nothing is that important that they're gonna fight about it. They won't fight. No, because he controls the direction of class. Since he's blind, I can see where he's going. I told you, if they ask me to run, I'm running. You guys go home. Because if you want a direction, let's just go in one direction. You don't need 7 people to tell you, no, it isn't. He's going and he's going. I don't care what anybody else. Those two guys are out. They have been. Him and Tom Lamont, the administrator. Just give it. Yeah, he should be out here. You weren't elected. Right, if you're not elected, you don't want. Look at any good county. Go on YouTube and look at county council meetings.
Before I retired, I was in my last 4 years, I was working for the city of Tallahassee for flying on the summers and back and forth. And I would go to the commission, it's the mayor and 2 conservatives. It was like a split. It wasn't like all Republicans were all. So it was quite split. And if you watch him, they're very forward. People will stand up and they saw him. They stood straight, look at the person, acknowledge him, thank him for your time.
But did they respond to the question?
They would, because the way they do it, they speak. Because when you have 5 people on the same, they would ask the question of the question, they would ask the other people, say, yeah, that's a good one.
The administrator is not elected. They hire him. The attorney is not elected. He's hired. They fire him. Fire him. Do you know how much money he makes? Take a guess. Take a guess. You're wrong with it. Take a guess. 300. Take another guess.
No,
Please take another guess.
no.
450. That executive attorney. And this administrator is making 150, 160, I'm not sure. Really? And if you're paying that kind of. This is a good politician. I thought, honestly, and why do we need an assistant? Hire an escrow. You want an assistant, hire an escrow. Or better yet, hey Siri, remind me to do this. You know? Go for it. 450. Look at the budget. Look at the budget for the administrator and the county attorney. You find that budget bills to his department. You ever see these ordinances? There's some proofreading. You spend 20 hours on that damn thing. 20 times 250. Every week. 50 weeks. Let's just side. Then he writes resolutions. Now they're going to redo the book for purchasing. He'll be involved. He sits there, yes, he gets paid. He's a leech. He should be ashamed of himself. Attorneys used to be. You know. Listen, I'm going to tell you a story, but don't tell it to this. A little cruise ship, Charleston, fishing. And on that ship, 3 attorneys, rabbi, priest, and a minister. 3 attorneys. So the minister says, I got to go to the parish. Way up there, they're stuck on the sandbar. Oh, yeah. He starts swimming to the shore. Sharks come up and circle around him. He's gone. Sharks come up. Later, priest, I got to go and tell him communion or something. He jumps in. He gets a little bit further. The sharks come up and circle around him. He's gone. About an hour later, Rabbi says, I got to go. I'm a bar mitzvah. So gets in, starts swimming. He gets a little further. How are you?
Kenny Rogers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I've been back before.
We have, years ago. I just want to say, like, I think you know, I was watching you too, because you're one of my favorite parts of the league. You're the reason I watch it.
I think that's right. That's
For
good.
me, anyway, Kenny Rogers.
So Rabbi Johnson, he's a little further, and Sean's he's gone. So it's now 4 o'clock, and one of the attorneys says, we got a meeting in the office. Can you get the boat to go? No, it's stuck here. So, okay. Guys, 3 of them jump in the water, they start swimming. Go back. They get where the priest went in and the sharks come up. And now where the reverend was, more sharks come up. Now where the rabbi was, more sharks come up. And they're circling around all these 3 attorneys. And they keep swimming. They get to the shore and people are screaming. And they get up and they shake off the chain. They walk on the shore. People are, what happened? What do you mean? The sharks ate everybody. But you guys. They said, it's professional courtesy. Sharks don't eat sharks. Believe it, the holiest people in the world, they don't eat sharks. That's what I think it is. They don't know that. It's a good one. That tells you what your attorney is. So I heard last week or 2 weeks ago there was a case in Hillsborough. They picked the jury. The jury they settled. Yeah. said that? The judge, he said?
See a very charismatic guy. You remember?
Screwball. He never heard my case. He was at church up there. He's friends with him. Yep. Yep. It's a good old boy. I hate to say this. When a bunch of white Southerners get together, it was just back in the day. They don't care.
We got one thing. Can I get a motion to come out of executive session?
So moved. Second.
Motion second that we come out of executive session. Any questions? Are you prepared to vote? All in favor? Let the record show 6-0. I'd like to make a statement that there was no action taken while we were in executive session. Is there a motion?
We've done, I think, now we're going to go down to item 12A.
Yeah,
I think that's
12A,
that's
yeah.
probably before council at this moment.
Chairman Gilbert, I make a motion that we table 12A to a later date for further discussion.
The motion second that we table 12A to a later date. Any questions? Prepared to vote? All in favor? Let the record show 6-0. Now we're down to item B, discussion and recommendation of surplus project.
Good evening, council. So hopefully you should have in front of you a list of the 27 properties that the Surplus Properties Committee presented on just a few weeks ago. And so the committee has added, well, first let me just kind of reiterate. So this committee was tasked with looking at all the county-owned properties and deciding, or looking, were they vacant? Were they not vacant? How were they being used? So after looking at all the county-owned properties, it has been decided that there was 27 properties that are defined as either vacant or unoccupied. So the next step was then to add the column to the second from the right is the recommendation column. And so for each vacant or unoccupied property, you'll see the committee's recommendation.
And I believe this was included in the agenda packet that was sent out to council. I don't know if it's in front of you at the moment.
So in that column, you'll see some different terms like research. So there are a few properties that are going to need some more research before the committee would make a recommendation on. You'll see a term like hold. You also see the term RFB, and that's going to be request for bid. There are a couple on there that are hold for demo, and those are due to a community block grant. And so if there are any questions from the council, I'd be happy to do my best to answer those as accurately as possible.
Council have any questions? Mr. Cobach.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for putting this together. I see a lot of the holds are basically, from what I can see and what I looked at on the tax map information, was the holds are pretty much adjacent properties that we might be able to do something with. Okay, is that?
The properties that are listed as being on hold are properties that we need to do some more research on because they're not actually owned by the county, but by a former commission that no longer exists. So we have to go and do just kind of the title work to clean it up so that it belongs to the county in legally terms. I mean, it's, you know, the Downtown Winsboro Community Development Association, some recreation commission, or things like that that used to exist, do not exist currently, but they're still listed. So that's why we had to put that down, is we got to get that cleaned up first.
And then hold for demo, basically, the recommendation is we demolish the dilapidated property that's on that lot and then decide what to do with that lot.
I believe that one, there is a grant that has been received for a neighborhood, Zion Hill neighborhood, that will be taking down, I think 8 properties total will be taken down. So that's underway. It's again grant funded. So yes, some of those houses were beyond salvage, and so the grant allows us to take the houses down and then turn it to a green field.
And the last is just a comment, and it has to do with the farmer's market building. It's recommended to request for bid, and I personally would like to hold off on that one particular building until we understand what we can do about a farmer's market, because we heard loud and clear during our community input sessions relative to the strategic plan that the farmers really would like to have a place to have a farmer's market, and I think that would be something very good for the county. So, in that building, yeah, it needs some money to fix the roof, but without knowing an alternative, you know, I would say, personally, I would want to hold off on that decision.
And what's in front of you tonight is not for a vote, so we would anticipate it coming back at a future meeting, maybe the next meeting. It would come back for a vote, and that would be really a matter of going down and council making those decisions on, you know, either all of them or case by case, one at a time. It's council's decision, period. So council will decide whether to keep a property or sell the property, and if we sell the property, staff has recommended the method we would recommend we follow. Council will still make that decision as well. So if we decide that, yeah, I agree we should get rid of this building, but the council feels that another method should be pursued, then that's what we do. So we just started and then giving you recommendations from staff of the best way to divest ourselves of those, should you choose to do it. But at the end of the day, only county council can make that decision.
Mr. Bell.
Does county council or Mr. Toledo have an alternative to the present building that was once used for the farmer's market? Has there been any discussion among?
No, that was not an option that we discussed.
Mr. Roof.
Yeah, I agree with them. I'd like to some way, I don't know how, whether it's grant to refurbish that building or the building sold to the town of Windsboro or given to, I don't know, but some way to save the building for the farmer's market, I'd be all supportive of whatever we can do to do that.
Is it worth saving?
You know, I would defer to council.
I mean, you know, Mr. Bell, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. We know that that building is going to require, first of all, a full sprinkler system because it's a public facility, which is not there. There's no water of a necessary size to get to the building, so that's going to have to be put into the ground. Previously, there was difficulty getting permission from landowners to run the water line through their property. That may have changed now, but that's why that never got done. The entire roof of the building is deteriorated to the point it has to be replaced. as well. So the roof in itself, and we do have quotes on that, and it, it's definitely in the six figures for that. Flooring has to be replaced from where the roof was leaking onto the flooring, so flooring has to be replaced as well. And then there's electrical work inside the building that needs doing. So, like I said, it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's a beautiful building. It's a great building. But there will be some significant expense to someone to get it into a condition where it can be used for a public purpose.
Mr. Gadd.
I realize that farmer's market, yeah, everybody, they love it. Do you remember, I know it's before your administration, do you remember how much we spent in that farmer's market from the county? Because I think it was pretty good amount of money.
I believe that, as I recall, as I understand, that there were several tranches of money spent on it that might have run $150,000 is what I seem to recall to get us where we are.
That we already invested in, that we already have invested in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ms. Rue.
Wasn't there interest from the town of Winsboro in acquiring that building, even if it was given to them for them to pursue those options for the same purpose?
That hasn't been communicated to me. I can't say there's not.
I'm thinking that, and maybe that's wrong, but if nothing else, maybe that would be, if the town of Winsboro were interested in it.
That could definitely be an option the council direct staff to pursue.
Anyone else?
Thank you, council.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Now we're down to new business, none. County administrative report, and things, Mr. Carpenter.
Mr. Chair, members of council, there's one item I was asked to kind of remind our citizens about, which is that our public comments section of the agenda, we used to have two, but council merged them into one, where citizens can speak on any item that pertains to Fairfield County, not just what's on the agenda. So apparently some people thought that they could only speak on agenda items, but it's very clearly stated in the information that any citizen can speak on any item as long as it pertains to Fairfield County. So I was asked to kind of reiterate to our citizens so they understand that they can speak on items that are not necessarily on the agenda as long as it pertains to Fairfield County. You can't speak about what's going on in California, but speak about what's happening here.
Go, Bob.
One quick one. Mr. Carpenter, last meeting or two meetings ago, you mentioned something about the courthouse storage vault door. My understanding is there may be two options to repair. One is to use the existing door, which will require some remodeling, and the other is a new door. Are those the two options we're pursuing? Have we gotten any quotes on those? And if so, have we chosen a certain path?
Mr. Golbach, I met with the clerk of court on Thursday, and that was part of the conversation. We are seeking quotes on getting the door that was currently there, as well as quotes for replacing and putting in a new entry system. Upon receiving those, then there will be really two things that have to happen. First, the clerk of court must approve. As South Carolina law and the Constitution makes very clear, the clerk of court is the only authority that makes those decisions. The second aspect, though, is funding, and county council allocates funding. So based on what the bids come in at, there's the issue of will the clerk support it, and then will the funding be there, or will county council support it? So that's kind of the next steps that we would do, and that would therefore come in front of the appropriate people as soon as we have them. So,
Mr. Bailey.
Mr. Chairman, I want to just make a statement about the capital project sales tax. This is becoming much more involved and in detail than I think most of us imagine. Now we're at a point where we have to sort of go back to the drawing board and implement some policies or procedures to ensure that we're following state law. But I want one thing, I want all council members to keep something in mind, that the people that we elect to this commission are going to be our voices, are going to give us some guidance on what needs to happen in our county in order to move it forward. And those people are going to be talking to members of our communities in our districts. And I think they will play a major part in helping people make up their minds as to whether or not they want to vote yes or no in December. So I don't want us to take this matter willy-nilly or as if it has no major considerations when it does. If we want to achieve the goals that we want to achieve in the future for this county, we have to make sure that those people, whether it's in Winsboro, Blythewood, Fairfield County, the council, that those people that we select are absolutely the right people to do it, to do the job. Thank you.
Anyone else? Can I get a motion to adjourn? Oh,
Just one slight clarification. I was told that we spent $125,000 on that building. So.
okay, been motion and second that we adjourn. Questions? Prepared to vote? All in favor? Let the record show 6-0.